Hey guys, it's Ryan. Today we're riding the 2022 Kawasaki KX250 at Kauai Creek. This bike was redesigned for 2021 and it's pretty much the same bike for 2022. It just has new graphics and updated suspension settings. This generation bike is heavily based off the KX450. It has the same frame, swing arm, and subframe, I believe, and body styling, so it's very similar. A lot of parts transfer over. This new engine on the KX250 has electric start, a hydraulic clutch, and is more geared to have more bottom to mid. The previous generation engine had a lot of mid to top and a lot of over rev, which is pretty on point for a lot of the 250Fs on the market right now. So this bike, they focused a lot on having kind of that bottom to mid character, more torque out of the corners and things like that. This bike retails for $83.99 and has a wet weight of 237 pounds, which makes it 5 pounds heavier than a KTM or a Husky in gas. Moving on to some things I like about the bike, it's super predictable. It does everything really well, especially when the track is nice and prepped. You can see today there was a lot of deep ruts and a lot of chop. We've had some rain, so kind of makes the track conditions a little bit different. But the bike's super predictable. I know the 450 has won shootouts basically just on its consistency. It's able to do everything really well. It doesn't really stand out in a lot of ways, if that makes sense, but it handles really well. It's super predictable. It does everything that the bike should. Unfortunately, this bike always kind of finishes mid-pack in a shootout for me. They're small things and I'm definitely nitpicking, I know, but a few things that stand out are the stock grips and levers. These things, the stock grips are just super tough, and yeah, I mean, a lot of guys are going to change those out anyways. Same with the levers, they're just a super awkwardly thin shape, but these are things that we can't change on a shootout day, so they're your main point of contact, and a lot of guys are going to switch those out, but those are some things that stand out to me. As well as the exhaust and the chain guide. The chain guide on Kawi's are notoriously kind of cheaper or get eaten up real quick, so replacing that is something that a lot of guys are going to do anyways. Just a quick talking point. The exhaust also sounds like it needs to be repacked, even though it's brand new. Just kind of loud. I don't normally ride with earplugs, but if I owned this bike, I would. But putting an exhaust on this bike, a lot of guys are going to do that anyways, and I would highly recommend it. The last thing about the Kawasaki, the suspension on the forks are just a little stiff. A lot of guys, again, are going to get their suspension done, but as the track kind of goes away, it just becomes a little harder to ride. The shock's pretty good all the way through, but yeah, the forks paired with those grips and levers, just the whole front end feels really overly stiff and just a little bit harder to ride. I think this bike is the best bike in the class for a project bike. A lot of guys you see the amateur scene on the Team Green and the pro circuit bikes are obviously front runners, and I think that's where this bike really excels. Yeah, love the Kawi. It's a great starting point, great base package. We're gonna do a couple more laps here at Kauai Creek. Hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.